This is Granada, and now it's time for a brisk walk across those wintry fields to call in at Emmerdale Farm.
They had this vote on whether women should wear veils. A third of the women said yes, they should wear veils. A third of them said no, and a third of them couldn't see the film of floor in front of their eyes. 1967 with the Traveller.
Hey, watch it, Jackie. Sorry. I'm just trying to keep the place clean, you know. Well, we can clean the stove. You coming in? I'll finish up in here. I'll be in a minute. Oh, come on, Max, before we have to swim. What's up with him? Up at the crack of dawn, last one in for breakfast. I have to think there's something wrong with him. What about the stone? Well, I'll try and get through to Moulham again. Yeah, well, we'll have to get on the club out.
Don't know where Sandy gets her organisation from. It isn't me. I haven't thought about Christmas. Where's Jackie?
He's finishing off in the dairy.
You what?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, he doesn't look ill.
Are you going to finish that, Dad?
I've got no appetite.
Dad, are you going to walk around all day with a long face?
Honey, I shan't get in anybody's way.
Why don't you go and see Mr. Hinton again? I'm sure he didn't mean to talk.
The matter is closed, Annie. And I don't see that it's me should go to Mr. Hinton.
Well, that's the day off to a good start. No fighting an artistic temperament.
Thought I'd sort out the other loose boxes, Moyle.
Fine.
And same with that load of drums.
No.
Moulham never were noted for doing out on time, delivering or paying.
You can see that dog's frightened of him. He's frightened of anything that moves.
I must let him out for a run sometimes.
I suppose so. He's always chained up whenever I've been up there.
Well, you know what folk are like, love. They'll yell and scream at a dog and then cry their eyes out if something happens.
That ain't much consolation to the dog.
Well, there's naught you can do about it, so just stop fretting. Come on, could you turn round a minute? Go on,
What?
turn round. Let's have a look.
What's
Right.
this made of?
We'll call it 52.
52? What are you talking about?
It's to allow for your stomach. Will you hang on to that, please? Right.
Well, what are you doing?
I've decided to take on playgroup after all.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about that.
Well, we have done. Since you think that a woman with a baby is capable of naught but looking after a baby, and I don't, I'm going to be there 3 mornings a week from now on.
Well, if you put it like that. Well, what's all this for, then?
For playgroup party, you're going to be Father Christmas. Oh, don't be silly. lunch yet? Huh? Ready? And in front. And up you go. And crouch again in front. And up. Like you go to be...
We should have tried harder to get her to come down here. I said we send her the fair. I mean, it's Christmas. Jack!
I know. But there's Tom to consider. I mean, you can't expect her to leave him at Christmas after she stayed with him all this time.
You know what I think about that?
Well, he's her father, love. And whatever the rights and wrongs of the last 9 months, it's done.
Well, we should be going there.
Aberdeen?
Why not?
Come on, Pat.
Come on, what? I want to see her.
Well, you could go. I'm not stopping you.
Thank you.
Hey, have you been through to Quarry yet?
I've tried 3 times.
Oh, I'll have to go up there.
Do you want me to go?
No, it's all right. It's daft hanging about once you get them walls done.
How's the boy Wonder?
Oh, still at it.
Well, if it's another fiver he's after, he's at it.
How's it going? Well, it's not going to look like the new walling that's going up at Emmerdale. Jack's Ogden with his environmentalist hat on, you know. Oh, well, I'm glad Emmerdale can spare the money and the manpower. As long as it keeps the stock in, that's all we can worry about. Aye. But I wanted to word with you about Jock. Morning, Mr. Turner. Hey, what are you doing here, Jock? You should have gone last week. You told John he could keep you on another week. Casual. Oh, yes, of course. I need him a bit longer. Well, I don't think so, John. You know the situation. Oh, I'll have to ask you to speak to head office, then. We need a relief milker, and there could be a problem with the pigs. Happening if you could... yes, all right, whatever you say. I mean, I've got a very busy day. I'll leave it to you. No problem. Threatening with something to do and he's off.
The hell's the matter with the man?
Who cares? You'll be all right till Christmas, I reckon. Oh, come on, let's get to Rich Farm.
Well, why don't we finish here?
Leave it. Could do with a cup of tea.
Aye.
And once they'd shut her in safe, her assistant would lock door and then fasten all thing up with ropes and chains and padlocks. And it were hoisted up, high up at stage it were, dangling like. Then they wheeled on a tank full of water with a 15-foot python in it, and they lowered safe into water. They covered all thing up with a great black sheet. There were a roll of drums. Then out she'd come, with python round her neck. Now that were entertainment, Walter. Saucy Sadie, the snake lady, they called her.
Saucy Sadie? You sure you weren't in Soho at the time?
It was Spa Theatre, Bridlington, Mr. Wilkes. And I hope you don't think as I'd go to the sort of establishments as you're implying.
Perish the thought. Oh, no, not another joke.
Nay, there were one night, just before V-Day it were, I was with some blokes in Naples and we went to this club.
Well?
Oh, nay, I couldn't tell you that story, Mr. Wilkes.
Oh.
Morning, Amos.
Mr. Turner.
Scotch, please. Large one. Well, How's the world of entertainment, Amos?
Vicar and I will be discussing acts this afternoon.
If you've got a 15-foot python, Alan, you could be top of the bill.
I'm off then. Hey? I said I'm off then.
Where?
Tottenham this afternoon off.
It's only 20 to 12.
Well, I reckon I've done more than a morning's work already.
So that's what it's been all about, eh?
Or what?
Go on. Only I'll expect a day's work of the same kind tomorrow.
All right. Hey, Jack. You know you could lend us a fiver, dear?
Don't push your luck, Jackie. Friday's payday.
See you then.
Where's Jackie going?
Hutton! Well, he has done a good morning's work, love.
I didn't know you started giving him an afternoon off.
Oh, I haven't.
Hang on a minute, mate.
What I do for you, Skilbeck?
Still waiting for 2 ton of stone.
Well, you know how it is. It'll be there. No sense in rushing into hard work.
When will it be there?
Well, seeing as you're the eager beavers, this afternoon.
You told us yesterday afternoon.
Did I? You sure? Oh, well. They're as good as there. No problem. Just put check in post, could you?
When we get delivery.
Shut it! Funny little bugger.
Hackney might be more friendly if you let him loose now and again.
No, no. Goes with the quarry, he's used to it. Got bananas if I let him off.
It looks as though I could do with a square meal to me.
That dog's my business, Skilbeck.
Not doing him a lot of good then, are you?
It's up to me what I do with that mutt. Eh? If I want to kick him to kingdom come and back again, I will, right?
We'll be expecting that stone, Mr. Nolan.
Hey! It's all right, lads. Look, coming up that hill. Look. I'm telling you, it's a long ride, that. Just give us a five. Yeah, all right. I've been coming up that hill, haven't I? It's all right. You're on me. Look, do you want one? 20 minutes. Hold on. This is Melissa, by the way. I'll over Melissa. Go on, give us the light. Right. Yeah, I've got it. I tell you, coming up that, will you? look softly, don't you?
You're right, Ernie. Nice jacket.
Cheers.
Shame about the bike, innit?
Oh.
What do you know? We're a bit more than you, I think. Oh, thanks a million.
You're supposed to keep the ball in play. Somebody should have told you that.
Get the coffees in Arch. How's the band going? All right? Great. What you like when you got a band? The old mattress in the back job. Hey, we've even got a bit of a fiddle going.
Hey, what's that then?
Bloke over at Connell, shifting stone about.
What, the quarry?
Yeah.
We get our stone from there.
Oh, you know him then. Harry Mole.
No, I've not been up.
Here's the crack. We supply stone to dodgy builders, garden centres, all that. Load it when the quarry's finished. Cash in hand, deliver, no questions.
Well, how do you fix that up?
Contacts, young man, contacts. Anyhow, pays for the beer.
Use a spare pair of hands.
Cheats.
We're on a mark.
What's to get in on the Molam deal?
Oh, I don't know. Well, if you had an extra pair of hands, you could have done how many more loads in?
There's not that many, though. Yeah, we're not going to leave it there, though, are we?
Oh, what?
No, of course we're not.
Well, how about it then?
Yeah, all right. Hey, but keep it under your hat. Stuff, right? No. Hey, Ernest, how's the push bike going?
I'll be going up in the world before long, don't you worry.
Oh, yeah? Daddy Christmas bringing you a tricycle, is he?
If you want to watch them jokes, mind they're bad for your teeth.
Hey?
Tell too many, somebody might just shove them halfway down your throat.
Oh, come on, Ern. Can't have a bit of a laugh with a pal.
It's a wonder the poor little beggar ain't deaf any row with all that blasting.
Well, there's plenty of people like Molam around. Forget it.
Oh, I'd like to see some of them tied up in a quarry for a while.
Look, there's no point in letting it get to you. Hey, how are the sheep? Or shouldn't I ask?
Oh, heck, I've not been up there for a couple of days.
Hello, Matt. Jack.
Hello, Alan.
How's the walling going, eh?
Well, we've come to a bit of a standstill at the moment.
Oh, well, it's good to see somebody taking interest in the appearance of the place. You know, I've mentioned it to head office, but deaf ears. Well, how are the sheep, Matt, or shouldn't I ask?
Well, I've been a bit busy. I'm hoping to have a look at them this afternoon.
Oh, no peace for the wicked, eh? Well, they say this is the quiet time of year, but I'm up to my eyes in it myself.
I'm sure you are, Alan.
Oh, what about another drink?
No, thanks. We better get off home. Come on, Jack.
Thanks anyway.
Well, no peace for the wicked. I suppose I ought to get back myself. Trouble with that damn computer, you know, it doesn't even take a lunch break.
Cheerio.
Right, Henry.
Oh, sorry, Alan.
I think I'll have another one in there, the one I came in for.
Where is Henry?
Oh.
Amos, who else?
I think he's up at the vicarage. Did you want to see him?
Now, I better have a pint before I go round here. You in chair, Mr. Turner?
I'll get him a pint, Henry, will you?
I know what he's up to, Henry. I do.
It comes very naturally to me, Vicar, being in Brayley blood.
I didn't know you had entertainers in your family, Emma.
We haven't.
Oh.
Nay, what I was talking about were undertaking. My Uncle Arthur, who recently passed on, as you know, pointed out as undertaking is a superior branch at entertainment profession.
It is?
Oh, aye, they went out like a good funeral when it came to a show in old days. All very respectable, of course. Oh, if you could have seen them horses, with their plumes and their brasses and the black crape.
I remember too, Amos.
Very moving. Oh, hi. Well, that's what I'm here for.
Now, here's a list of the people that have approached me so far. But before we go any further with that, we need to talk more about the basic problems. Scenery, lighting, ticket sales, refreshments, seating.
No, that won't do.
I beg your pardon?
I don't care what Ernie Shuttleworth says, that dog of his can't talk.
We can go into that later.
It's got fleas. If watching a dog scratch your entertainment, we'd fill Village Hall twice over. I don't suppose there's anybody in villages has been on a trapeze.
I doubt it.
I once saw flying tortellinis at Scarborough. Now, that were entertainment.
Scenery, Amos.
Oh, aye.
Now, I don't think we ought to attempt anything too ambitious. Just a few bits of dressing here and there to liven up the stage a bit. Or perhaps we might get Matt and Jack and a few others to... Excuse me.
Certainly, Vicky.
To stop me being in it, he will.
I heard that, Seth Armstrong. There's no one even thought about you being in concert in first place.
Everybody knows about my piano playing.
And that's why.
See Rummy missing? He's round here already, sabotaging my opportunities.
Seth, I assure you Amos didn't even mention you.
Oh, you mean that being it, do you?
Well, I'm sure we can do something.
Dicker, as compere of this show and someone who's had Seth Armstrong playing on his licensed premises, I'd like a private word.
Compare?
After shifting, won't they, Lovey? Can't hang around here all day.
But it's right in the middle of the yard.
Well, you don't have to leave it there. Mrs. Sugden, isn't it?
Mrs. Skilbeck.
Oh, aye. Skilbeck. He's the one who likes to hang around and poke his nose into everybody's business, don't he? Well, he's going to be too busy for that this afternoon, isn't he? Eh? Bye, love. See you.
Jackie tonight on Emmerdale Farm.
you finished yet?
Well, give us a chance.
Well, you've had enough time to do 2 loads.
Well, I'm working as fast as I can.
I don't know about working. You look as if you could do with a good night's kip.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I might do that sometime.
Yeah, well, I'll leave the tractor so you can take the hay round. I've got the Mitchum's rep here.
OK.
And try and get it done before dinner, will you?
I'll do my best.
Come on, Jack.
Have I got a lot to do this afternoon?
I don't know. Why?
Well, I thought if I haven't, I could spend a couple of hours on the bike. Give it a tune-up.
Well, I'll see how we're fixed later.
It's a mystery to me, Henry.
Not to me.
Ah, but you know where he's going, don't you?
I didn't say that.
You do know, Henry. You can't fool me.
You must be one of the only folk in villages can't.
You're up to something, Damos, really.
Am I?
Well, if you're not, where you going, then?
Away.
I know that.
I'm enjoying this, Mr. Wilkes.
I reckon that's about 40 love sets to Amos.
Naughtiness is the scourge of privacy, said Armstrong, and I'll not have my privacy scourged when it comes to matters affecting my health and well-being by my activities away from these licensed premises. I hope that's clear.
Oh, double fault, Amos. 40-15.
Any road, I'd have thought you had better things to do with your time than to stand in here all morning querying my movements.
When cats away, Amos.
Oh, where's Mr. Turner gone, then?
I couldn't tell you that. Not knowing where you feel about nosiness being purge your privacies.
Alan Turner's not away.
Well, he's not away in one way, but he's in another.
What's that supposed to mean? Either he's there or he's away.
Well, he's there at home farm. He's there in person, but he's not there in other respects.
Ah, you two, you're as bad as each other.
Is Mr. Turner well, Seth? I haven't seen him about much.
Oh, that's because you don't spend enough time in here, Miss Swinton. I reckon if Alan Turner could have moved that computer down here, he'd have set his office up in that bar.
No, I don't think there's any need for remarks like that, Seth.
Oh, you don't know what's going through a man's ear, do you?
No. Well, thank you, Seth.
I better have another quick, Henry. I think Mr. Hinton's going to excommunicate me.
So, you know he's not working here, do you?
Aye, I do.
Matt, tell you?
Well, no, not Matt himself.
Who, then?
Just heard it in passing. I think it were in pub.
The lesson to be learned is not to believe what you hear in pubs. Matt is still working for me. I haven't decided what to do about him yet.
Well, I know he isn't, Mr. Turner.
Well, he is, and he will continue to do so until I decide otherwise. As it happens, I'm not very satisfied with his work, but that's a problem I will work out for myself. That's an end of the matter.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's not the end of the matter. See, the lads have had a word with me. They're not going to sit by and take it anymore.
Take what?
Things like you making some redundant and giving part-time work to Matt Skilbeck.
I told you once, I've told you 100 times. This is none of your business, Tuplin.
Look, Mr. Turner, there are decisions we can make and all. Like who we work with and who we don't.
I think you're all well aware that you're very lucky to be in work. Never mind striking.
Aye, we are. Don't mean we're not prepared to take some sort of action.
Well, just you try it, and I'll sack every single one of you. I'll hire a new batch of men. There are plenty of people walking the streets around here looking for work.
I don't think so, Mr. Turner. Because if you do that, you'll have your head office down here quick as you like. I don't think that'd do you much good, would it? So maybe you'd like to listen to me. First thing is, no more part-time staff are taken on. Second thing, none of us are prepared to increase our workload to look after sheep. So that means you've got to take somebody else on. And that man should be Jock.
I'm not having you telling me who I should take on and who I shouldn't.
Well, we think it's only fair. Because you've just made him redundant and he's the only one who's been a shepherd. Anyway, that's it. Of course, it's up to you.
Right. Major points. I'll think about them. Now get out.
Oh, you needn't bother yourself, Mr. Wilkes. I can easily get a bus.
Oh, it's only 12 miles. I'll be back in an hour.
Well, if you're sure you really don't mind.
I want to see you safely there.
You mean you want to make sure as I go there and nowhere else?
That's right. I don't want you here for 3 days. When you get there, you just relax and forget all about the pub.
Oh, well, I think everything's under control. I've put 2 new barrels on. Oh, Marge will probably run out, though.
I can attach a barrel,
I've
Amos.
seen to loose change, and there's a new card of peanuts up. Oh,
Yes,
don't
yes.
forget tomorrow's delivery day. There's a pile of empties for them out back.
Just about as normal, you mean?
Well, I think that's dealt with everything.
Good. Can we go now, then?
Oh, we better add. You know, I'm really quite looking forward to this.
Good. You're only going for 3 days. Go on.
How about that then?
Goes like a bomb, old son.
Well, that's cracking gearbox that we bodged up. Oh, that'll be all right.
Aye, looks solid. Well, at least it's not leaking.
No, it feels okay. I mean, one of these days it'll just split, won't it, the way that way, but it should be all right for a bit.
Well, as long as it holds together for the time being. Guess we've got a buyer, haven't we?
How much?
70, maybe?
I'll drink to that, then. Well, how'd you manage that?
I bumped into Joss and the werewolves in the calf last night. Ernest finally decided to give his push bike the push. They said if they like it, Ernie's going to buy it.
It's a business then, lads.
Very peaceful. Country setting to aid relaxation.
Bit quiet.
Well, that's what you can do with for a few days.
Well, I can see myself being right bored here.
Well, then, Amos, no second thoughts, no
you're-
going back.
You're right, Mr. Wilkes, but there's always a corner of a licensee's heart as remains on his premises.
Best get you registered before you make a bolt for it.
Hey, you bolted front door, did you, Mr. Wilkes?
Come. Very impressive.
Right, it certainly is.
Think I might join you myself.
No, thanks, Mr. Wilkes. This is my holiday.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I help you?
Aye, you may. I'm Amos Braley, licensee and part proprietor, Woolpack Inn, Beckingdale. I'm staying here for 3 days.
Welcome to the large house, sir. Have you booked in?
No, not yet.
Well, if you'd like to follow me, please.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Wilkes, this is...
Well, don't you go worrying about things, Amos. I'm perfectly able to take care of everything.
Oh, I shan't be worried, Mr. Wilkes. Not while I'm here, I won't.
This way, if you please, sir.
Thank you. Well, it's always nice to see the cloth. How are you? Oh, not so bad, you know. Want a drink?
No, not for me, thanks.
I'll have one. It's been a busy morning. No, do sit down. Well, how are you, Donald? How's the old religion business?
I'm very well, thank you. Haven't seen you for some time.
Well, it's not the men, it's the sheep. It's not the sheep, it's the cows. It's not the cows, it's that damn computer thing they've given me. And if it's not the computer, it's the men. It's what they call the agricultural cycle.
You've some problems up here, then?
Oh, nothing I can't handle. But you know how it is, I'm sure.
Yes. Is there anything I can do to help?
How are you with sheep? Oh, no, no, that's a bad example, isn't it? You're probably very good with them, having your own flock, I mean.
I know you've got problems on the estate, Alan. Problems I'm concerned with are rather more personal.
Oh, I see. People have been talking, have they? Or have you come here because you got a message from on high?
I thought we knew one another better than that, Alan. I can see for myself you're in trouble.
I'm not really very interested in what you think you can see.
Up to you.
I know damn well it's up to me.
Why don't you come and see me one evening? Obviously, this is a bad time.
I have no need of your bag of sympathy and mumbo-jumbo, Donald. I suggest the best thing you can do is pick it up and walk.
Well, you know where I am. Hope I shall see you soon.
A chicken sandwich.
Ah, there you are, Mr. Brelly. All settled in. I've unpacked my case, aye. The room to your satisfaction? Oh, aye, it's very nice. Very nice indeed. Good. Well, there's a little time before dinner. May I make a few suggestions? By all means. Well, we have some splendid facilities here. Massage, sauna, Turkish bath, jacuzzi. I think you'd benefit from jacuzzi, sir. Our clientele find it most relaxing, especially after some exercise. Oh, I need to cool off. Then perhaps you'd like to see the facilities and then make your choice. Ah, ta. Sorry.
Boardman's Crown in those dark green with a white chevron and armlet. Graham McCourt riding for John Webber, who retains Graham McCourt. First time he's ever sat on the horse, he was telling me. Won a juvenile hurdle heel last season. One of his 2 wins. He's stepping up in class today.
Alan Turner on account. £100 to win, Boardman's Crown, last race, Sandown Park. What? Yes, all right, put him through. Yeah, hello, Mr. Anglish. Yes, I got your message. I'm sorry about that, you know, what with one thing and another. What? Well, it's a question of getting into Houghton to give you the money. Well, yes, I can come tomorrow. Well, look, I can't get it there before the race, now can I? Too late? Yes, you do make yourself perfectly clear, Miss Langlish. Thank you very much indeed.
But it's in a driving finish with Robin Wonder finishing well on the stand side, and Robin's Wonder really chopping down the leeway, but Boardman's Crown for me is held on from Robin Wonder. Garfunkel then comes straight forward over in 4th place, a gap after the whole shebang.
I'll just get you a masseur. I have a client for you.
Okay.
Well, I'm leaving you in capable hands. I look forward to seeing you at dinner.
Oh, thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Would you please go in the cubicle and remove your clothes for me?
Oh, beg your pardon, miss.
You have to have no clothes for a massage.
I'm afraid I can't remove my clothes just like that. Not in front of a lady I've not even met.
There's no need to be embarrassed. I see men without their clothes all day. I'm sorry. There was a towel in the cubicle to put round your middle.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. I'll go and change then. Is it a big towel?
It should be big enough, I think.
50, 55, 60.
Hi. Cheers.
What about the logbook, then?
I'll drop it in for you later, all right? I'm going to get it off me mate, you know.
Okay.
It better be a good bike and all.
It's all right. I can tell, can't I?
It's a good one, all right. It's a complete overhaul. Aye, well, we know where to come if it's in, don't we?
Right, see you then.
Yeah, see you.
Bye.
No trouble.
That's stealing off a baby, isn't it? Thought you said we were going to get 70 for it.
Discount for cash.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, let's go for a drink, shall we? Sort the money out then.
Hang on. With what we spent doing it up, we haven't made a note out of this.
Yeah, but you missed the point, haven't you? We've just got 60 quid for an old heap.
We've got it, haven't we? There's no pleasing you, is there?
Is Dolly here, Ma?
Oh, Matt, she's gone to the village to do some shopping.
Oh, all right, Tom.
You been somewhere special?
Only to happen.
What's all this about, then?
Well, I went to see a solicitor.
And?
Asked him what chance he thought I'd got and how much it'd cost me.
What do you say?
Well, he said taking Harry Molam's dog was breaking the law. Simple as that.
Did you tell him why?
Oh, aye. He reckoned he could argue a good case in court, but still didn't think I'd have much chance of winning.
Did he say what'll happen if it does go against you?
Well, he said there wouldn't be much of a fine or out like that. But they could make me give the dog back, depending on Molam's story. Anyway, whatever happens, I'll still have to pay him. And that won't be cheap.
Well, it's not good news then, is it?
Not really. Anyway.
Matt, I don't know how you're fixed, but if you need any extra for all this, you know where to come.
Thanks, Ma. I think I'll be able to manage.
What's up? It's just died on me, didn't it? Can't get the bloody thing to start now, though. Looked like piston were burning to me. Come on. Hold on. Look at this. What is it? That looks like filler. Cover-up job. Can't hardly be any oil left in it. No wonder the gear's got stiffer. I'll murder him.
Mr. Brayley, sir? Mr. Brayley, it's dinner time now.
Where am I?
In the massage parlour, sir. You fell asleep.
Oh, aye. Oh, right grand sleep it were and all. Best I've had in months. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to wake you, sir, but dinner will be served shortly.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry I could eat horse.
The backbone of British management, you see. Chaps with a sense of duty, responsibility.
Aye, I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Of course it is. It's the only way. You try telling them that. You're not from the village, are you?
Nay, just passing. Had a meal and now a drink, you know.
Eat, drink, are two of my favourite pastimes. And occasionally be merry, eh? Henry, have another large one in there. And one for my good friend here.
Nay, I won't, thank you.
No, two large ones, I insist.
Just then.
That's good. Now, I've had a day of problems myself, but I've sorted them all out, you see. Diplomatically, but with authority. I mean, if you can't tell them what to do, you've got to show them. And that's the secret of good management.
Oh, what's this?
Sauteed chicken liver, sir.
Oh, very nice. That all?
It's a regulation portion, sir. Just the right amount of calories.
Oh, I suppose you've another meat dish over there.
I'm afraid not, sir. Nut rissole.
Come again?
Soya and nut rissole garni, sir.
Well, go on, I'll try anything once.
Shredded carrots.
Aye, ah.
Celery salad.
Aye, bungy tongue.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, hang on, where's me tatey?
Sorry, sir, no potatoes.
Well, what about my carbohydrates?
You don't serve it, sir.
Where did you get that from?
A little business deal.
Oh, aye. What's all this about?
Oh, thanks, Jackie. Cheers, Mr. Wilkes.
Yeah.
It's all legal and above board. Some bloke gave us a bite. We did it up and I just sold it.
How much?
A lot of money.
Aye, well, who gives you a bike that you can sell for that sort of money?
Oh, just some fella that didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, it's all right. No bones broken.
Are you all right, Alan?
I always said those stools were a bit precarious. Only a matter of time before somebody fell off one of them. Well, anyway, no bones broken.
I think you ought to get home, don't you?
No. Let's have another drink. One. Let me buy you one.
No, thanks, Alan. Alan, you've had enough. Come on, Jackie, give us a hand. I'll run him home. Jackie, have this.
Can you manage?
Aye, thanks, Henry.
I'll bring your cans, Jackie.
Oh, cheers.
All right, Jackie.
Yeah.
Come on, Alan.
Thanks, Jackie.
Oh, that's all right.
Next time you're in, have a drink on me.
Right, I will, Tom.
And don't forget these.
No, I hadn't.
The change is in the bag.
Oh, Tom.
You all right?
Thanks again.
Right. You all right?
Yeah. You don't think so?
I saw him do that. He must have seen you. You were right in front of him.
Don't worry, Mr. Wilkes, it's all right.
Oh, you could have been badly hurt. He'll have to be reported. He can't be allowed to get away with this.
You can see the next episode of Emmerdale Farm on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. Next tonight.
This is Granado, and now it's time for a brisk walk across those wintry fields to call in at Emmerdale Farm.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brady.
Oh, how do?
I hope you enjoyed your lunch.
Oh, very tasty it were. Weren't enough of it, though. Especially as far as taties go, and this needs a bit of filling.
Well, with respect, sir, I would suggest our job here is to get certain parts of our client's anatomy tightened up a bit. I'm sure you'll feel better for it.
Ah, well, you try telling my stomach that. I don't think it feels better for it.
Well, let's hope your stomach can be re-educated.
I doubt it. I don't suppose there's a shop round here.
I'm afraid the nearest shop is 4 miles away, sir.
Well, do you sell pipe tobacco, only I've run out?
I'm afraid we don't sell any kind of tobacco here, sir. In fact, we prefer our clients not to smoke. Just a house rule, you understand.
Not a lot you can do round here, really.
I'm pleased you have a sense of humour, Mr. Braley.
Not only starved to death, but no pipe. And to think I'm paying for pleasure of it.
bike you sold me is packed up.
When?
When I left here. I got 2 miles down the road and it just died on me. Won't restart now.
It didn't, did it?
Aye, it did. Not that I'd want to get on it again. Not with that cracking gearbox. You know, the one full of filler. If that had seized up, I could have been killed.
Yeah, well, it didn't. And you weren't, were you?
I know it flaming well didn't, but it might have. Any road, it's a write-off. Piston's useless.
Well, it was all right when it left here.
It couldn't have been.
You must have done something to it.
I did naught but ride it. So, I've come for me money back.
Oh, come on. I sold you that bike as seen. There were no guarantee with it.
I know, but I only had it 5 minutes.
It makes no difference. If that piston went when it was yours, it's not to do with me, is it?
Right. Fair enough. I'll get me brother and his mates to come and see you.
You mean to tell me those pigs are still there?
Nowhere else they can be if the lorry don't come for 'em.
What happened to the lorry, then?
I don't know, Mr. Turner. You said you'd see to it.
I phoned them. Now, where the devil is it? It must be here somewhere. I phoned them last week. No, I'll have to get onto them and get the van here today or sometime tomorrow morning. Now, you get down to the pig unit and make sure everything's ready for that lorry.
It is ready, Mr. Turner. It's been ready for a week.
Just double check.
What about this other business?
What business?
About the sheep.
Look, can't we deal with one problem at a time?
That's all well and good, Mr. Turner. But the lads are pushing me. They want to know what's happening.
Well, tell them I've decided to get rid of Matt and I'll offer the job to Jock.
Right. I'll inform them of your decision, sir.
Haven't you got a job to go to?
Alan, it's Christopher Meadows. I shall be with you tomorrow. Let me now say that I want those pig figures and analysis sheets. I shall be arriving just after lunch. That's all.
That's a good dog, yes. Lovely. Very
What
good.
did he do?
Good dog. Ah! I took him up the field, let him off lead, and guess what?
He didn't chase sheep.
He didn't even bark at him.
Oh, hey, you're a good dog, aren't you? Hey, a good dog.
Oh, if he carries on like that, I shall let him off the lead for good.
I reckon he deserves a big bowl of food, don't you?
And that's just what I'm going to get him. Wait there.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'd like a word with you, Harry.
All right. What's about?
We've had a complaint about you, haven't we? Can't say as I know what it is. Careless driving, dangerous driving, or happened something even more serious.
What's this all about?
Let's start at the beginning, shall we? You had a drink at Woolpack in Beckendale last night.
Aye. What's the matter? They give me short measure or something, have they?
Tell me, how much did you have to drink?
A couple of pints. Why?
2 pints. Right. Then you drove away, and as you did, you knocked a young lad off his motorbike.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, happen I phrased that badly. You caused a young lad to come off his motorbike.
I passed a young lad, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
There is if you try to push him through a wall.
Why the hell would I do that?
I don't know, do I? But there are witnesses who said that it was you that did it.
Well, that lot in Beckendale, they'd say out about me, wouldn't they?
Now, why would they want to do that?
Because you know as well as I do. I had a row with Emmerdale.
Aye. And the young lad you tried to run off the road with Jackie Merrick.
I did not the sort.
Well, like I say, there are folks who say that you did. Now, I think this thing's gone far enough. You've already got you sent one court case. You want another?
I've done now but protect my rights.
Ah, well, it doesn't seem as if you're so bothered about other people's. And I think it's now time to put an end to this whole business.
What's that supposed to mean?
You drop the case against Matt Skilbeck, and I'll not pursue this other matter. I don't really know what's going on between you and Emmerdale, but I think it's getting out of hand.
So you're on their side, are you?
I'm on nobody's side. But I do know that you're up to your eyes in all sorts of fiddles. And I know that a couple of Jackie Merrick's mates have been working for you. And you'd like some of my lads to come round and check the quarry now and again, just to make sure you're all ship-shape and above board.
Oh, Sergeant, that's putting it straight, isn't it?
Ah, and I reckon it's time for you to cool off.
Aye, fair enough.
Fair enough what?
Sergeant, do me a favour, would you? Would you tell Max Skilbert as a present from Molam that he can keep the bloody mud, all right?
Right, well, it only leaves me to say, just be careful how you drive out of car parks in future, eh? Aye. Afternoon.
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
Close the door. You have to do everything under your share.
Do you?
Aye. Are you for it?
For what?
Elbow. Come here. Right then. Are you ready?
Depends for what.
For this. What do you reckon?
Boy, that's a grand sight.
Now, you'll pipe to back it afterwards, eh? And perhaps I can interest you in something else.
You most certainly can.
Only thing is, it's the old laws of supply and demand. And here the demand's big and the supply's low. So we have to negotiate the price.
Never mind the price. Give me 3 packets of crisps. Prawn cocktail if you've got them. I've got to have some potatoes.
150 and a fiver.
Huh?
Whoever's that? Only one way to find out, Dad.
Jackie in, is he?
Aye? Oh, you best come in. He's upstairs. He'll not be long. These are friends of Jackie's, Dad. Sit yourselves down. I'll give you a shout. Jackie, some friends to see you. You'll be down in a minute. I'll get you some tea.
Ta.
Hell's Angels, are you?
Werewolves.
What?
Otten werewolves.
What are they?
That's us.
Oh, it's a sort of club, is it?
Ah, that's right. Club.
Perhaps you'd like some biscuits.
It's all right. No need to trouble yourselves.
Go on, dive in the tin, help yourself. There's all sorts there.
Help yourselves to sugar.
So,
We've not met, have we? I suppose you know Jackie through having bags.
aye, in a way. We like to knock about with Jackie, don't we, Ian? Hello, Jackie.
Jackie?
Hello, lads. Are you ready to go, then?
Go where? You know, for a bit of a burn-up like we arranged.
Oh, well, actually, lads, I thought I might stop in tonight. Didn't I?
Aye, if you like.
That's a pity, isn't it? Could have a right good time. Still, we'll catch up with you tomorrow, then. Promise. See you, missus. That's if we were off now. Thanks for the tea.
You haven't finished it.
It's all right. Come on.
See ya.
See you, Jackie.
See ya. Well, I don't exactly care for the way they dress, but, you know, when you speak to them, they're nice lads, really. Thank you, Henry. Well, Doc, welcome aboard.
I will. Thanks.
Now, I'm glad we've got that little business sorted out. To be quite honest with you, I wasn't really very satisfied with Matt's work. That's strictly between you and I, you understand, but you know how it is. I did feel under an obligation to him, though, and had to sort of ease him out gently. But I had to have a full-time shepherd eventually.
Well, I'm right glad to be back, Mr. Turner. That's a fact.
Well, you were the natural person to turn to with my plans for an extension of the sheep operation. Now, I've got lots of plans, Jock. We must get together and have a good long chat about that sometime. Right. Now, can you start on Monday?
Ready and willing.
Good. Well, I must be off.
Well, not until I bought you a drink, Mr. Turner.
No, very kind, Jock, but I've got a very busy afternoon. Henry? Yes? I think I'll take a bottle home with me. My stocks are getting a little bit low.
That's right, that's your change.
Don't feel right until I've got a drop of something in the cupboard.
Man after my own heart, Mr. Turner.
Well, nothing goes down as well as a good scotch, does it?
There you are.
Thank you, Henry. See you on Monday, Doc. Bye, Henry.
Bye.
Christopher, how nice to see you.
Starters, I had pâté, right? Followed by fillet of lemon sole, grilled to a golden colour. Main course, I had T-bone steak. Biggest you've ever seen in your life, it were. Then on my way home, I stopped at a country pub and washed it all down with a few pints of ale.
Very nice.
Yes, seems such a nice little pub. Woolpack Inn, Beckingdale. You wouldn't expect it to be full of drunks, though, would you? Drunks? Aye, there were this man there, drunk as a lord, weren't he? And these other two had to carry him out. Couldn't hardly walk.
In Woolpack?
That's not but the half of it. There was this other man left pub and practically ran someone over in the car park. I wouldn't have minded, but it were only 7 o'clock.
The ex he playing at. I knew he wouldn't be able to manage.
Pardon?
I shall have to leave. How do I get out of this thing? Help! Help!
Hello, Mr. Winton.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Oh, you know, not so bad. You don't mind if I walk with you, do you?
No, not at all.
How's the church, then?
Well, in what respect?
Well, you know, just how is it?
You mean the building?
Pardon?
I said, do you mean the building?
Yeah, the building.
Well, it's as good as can be expected, considering the amount of money we've got for maintenance. We've a particular problem at the moment, the roof.
Look at this. No milk records for the last month. Nothing.
Well, we are a bit adrift there, Christopher, I must admit it.
Well, we do have records. They simply don't add up. Alan, this is nonsense.
No, I'm sure I can sort it all out.
Absolute nonsense. And here, I don't know about expanding the sheep operation. I'm surprised we've still got one at all. Quite frankly, Alan, I don't know what the hell's been going on down here. The whole thing's falling apart. The waste, Alan. The chaos.
Well, yes, it is a bit chaotic, I'm afraid, but I do think it's unfair, Christopher, to lay all this at my door.
I'm sorry, Alan, but like any other manager, you carry the can. We're the first to claim the credit for any successes. And likewise, we must shoulder the blame for any failures. We are responsible in the final analysis.
Yes. Yes, I do know that.
Yes. So where do we go from here?
All right, you little punk. Where's the money? Look, I've had all this off Ernie. I don't want to know about that. I just want the money, or else.
Hey, you two. Break it up. I'll not have no fighting on my premises, not from nobody. Come on, break it up. Now then, what's going off?
Now, it's just a disagreement. He owes us some money.
No, I don't.
He does. He sold us a Duff bike.
What do you mean, Duff?
It were road once and it packed up, didn't it?
This true?
I don't know. It was working when I sold it.
It could have killed someone, that could. Could have seized up any time. Frame were rotten and all.
Yeah, well, it ain't nothing to do with me when I've sold it, is it? It's your problem, then.
Well, that's not much of an attitude to have.
Well, maybe not, but I didn't know you were going to pack up. Just look at drawer, innit?
Ah, but you still a responsibility if you sell summat. I mean, Jackie, if I sell you a glass of beer as is off, you've every right to ask for another of your money back, ain't you?
That's different.
There's no difference, Jackie. If they're telling the truth, you should pay them their money back.
We're telling truth, mister.
In that case, I reckon you should pay them back, don't you?
If you don't, we're going to keep after you, ain't we? Only next time there won't be someone to stop us.
Ah, well, we'll have none of that, lad.
I haven't got all the money on me, anyway.
How much you owe 'em?
60 quid.
How much you got?
25.
Then you better pay 'em on account, haven't you?
What about rest?
I'll have to get up with my mates, won't I? Could take a couple of days.
OK. We'll meet you here. Saturday night.
You did right thing, Jackie. Happen you feel better for that?
Aye. Well, with that, I'll get beaten up anyway.
It's a good job I were here to sort things out then, isn't it?
Aye. Good town, Amos.
Right.
Got some good news. Moreland's dropped them charges against you.
When?
We heard today.
That's a relief.
I thought you'd be pleased.
I am pleased. But why? I thought we were intent on getting Dog back.
I know. They must have had second thoughts.
He's a Roman, isn't he?
He's certainly all of that, Matt. Oh, and Matt, next time, watch that temper of yours.
Quite frankly, Mr. Wilkes, I'm surprised you didn't notice.
How could I if it were outside?
A good publican should know what's going on in and around his premises at all times.
All right. I won't argue. I agree. You're so at one with your trade that you could be sitting in here and see what was going on out front.
Oh, there's not a lot you can put over me. I might have been in Elf Farm, but it didn't take me long to discover as Woolpack's become a haven for hit-and-run drivers, drunks and Hell's Angels.
I've already explained a dozen times about Alan
I'm not
Turner.
criticising you, Mr. Wilkes.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. It sounds to me like you handle that matter with a considerable amount of professional tact.
Oh, I did my best.
It's just where's he explained it to me at Elf Farm.
That'll teach you to listen to strange men in Turkish baths.
Oh, there might be some truth in that.
Anyway, I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're behaving like your old self again.
I don't feel need for them tranquilizers anymore. That's somewhat achieved. I can throw them away now.
You've already thrown them away.
Well, that is, that will be, well, what I mean is...
Amos?
Have a confession, Mr. Wilkes.
I should say you have.
Well, he gave me 2 bottles and I kept one back, just in case things started getting on top of me again.
Ah, well, at least we can get rid of these now, anyway. Are these the same as t'others?
I suppose so, why not?
They're not tranquilizers.
What do you mean?
They're vitamin pills.
Huh? Well, they must be very strong vitamin pills, that's all I can say.
Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you ask for help?
Well, I didn't want to burden you with my problems, Christopher. They are only temporary, I assure you. And you've got enough on your plate.
Please understand, Alan, that I consider at the moment you're fighting for your career. You've obviously experienced problems managing without Joe Sugden.
Yes. Yes, it is difficult on my own.
Are you telling me you can't manage on your own?
Christopher, I just need time to pull myself together, that's all.
So what happens in the meantime? Do we put somebody else in here?
I'm in your hands. I mean, what can I say?
Can you do it, Alan? That's what I need to know.
Yes, I can. I just want another chance, Christopher. I mean, surely I've earned that much.
This is a business, Alan, not a social club.
Yes, yes, I am aware of that, but I do promise you that I can put things to rights.
All right. I'll give you 3 months. And if you're running things competently after that, no more need be said.
I'm very, very grateful, Christopher.
But after 3 months, I shall come down and do a thorough check on every part of the operation.
Yes, yes, of course.
And if things are not up to scratch, then I'm afraid it's the parting of the ways.
We'll be back at Emmerdale Farm at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. This is Granada, and now it's time for a brisk walk across those wintry fields to call in at Emmerdale Farm.
Booked then?
I've booked, Mr. Wilkes.
Next week?
3 days.
Good.
As you say, it'll do me good to get away from village for a bit.
Absolutely.
One thing more, Mr. Wilkes. Note to nobody.
Well, everybody's bound to know you've gone away.
Well, I'll just tell them as I'm going away for a short break. I mean, if they get to know about Health Farm, it'll mean more jokes at my expense. So it's our secret, right?
Agreed.
Right. Yeah, you know, I'm feeling a bit better already. Healthy like.
In addition to the existing Emmerdale Farm novels, a new book entitled Wedding Bells is now available at most newsagents and bookshops, price £1.